Hey, I'm Kimberly and I am a creative life coach. And I often get asked the question, Kimberly, what is a life coach? Well, a life coach is a lot of different things depending on what your specialty is. So I thought I would just introduce you to my brand of life coaching and what you can expect from me. And maybe that'll give you an idea of whether this might be a service or a good fit for you. So, number one, I believe that one of my jobs is to help you find your God-given purpose in life. A lot of people struggle with purpose. And if you are struggling with that, wondering kind of why you're here, or maybe the reason you thought you were here isn't turning out the way you thought, or maybe you're just starting to question, what is life all about anyway? I'm here to help you with that. I truly believe that we are all born with a purpose, and that sometimes it's just a bit of a treasure hunt to go looking to find it and put those pieces together. And sometimes having an objective person in your life who can look at your gifts and your talents and your life experiences and all those things can help you put that puzzle together better than you can do it alone by yourself. Number two, I want to help you cut out the comparison trap. A lot of, I think, depression and frustration and times when we get stuck not accomplishing our goals is because we're comparing somebody else's Instagram highlights to our daily doldrums, right? We know what we go through on a daily basis, and then we look on Instagram and we see somebody went on a trip and somebody launched a business and somebody's business is successful and somebody's doing this great new hobby and they're successful at it, and somebody met new friends and somebody went on some women's retreat that was wonderful. All these things, those are all highlights. You're getting the highlight reel, folks. And if we compare our daily life with somebody else's highlight reel, of course we're gonna come up feeling short. Of course we're gonna come up feeling discouraged and depressed. So I want to be someone who can encourage you to cut out that comparison and take a look at your victories, your life, your goals, and we'll start creating that highlight reel for you. Not for you to brag about, not for you to be better than other people, but so that you can see your own highlight reel, because it's in there and it's just waiting to be seen. Number three, I want to help bring out confidence. I think there are times where we go through seasons in life, maybe something hits. It could be a job loss, it could be a loss of a friendship, it could be some breakdown in a relationship, or something happens and it shakes our confidence to the core. I want to ensure you that I will never ask a client to do something I would not be willing to do myself. This has been my philosophy for 20 years and I still live by it. So if I'm gonna ask you to go do something scary, and I'm thinking in the back of my mind, if I would have the guts to do that, I won't ask you to do it. I'll keep my mouth shut until I've done something just as gutsy behind the scenes that you'll never know about. But I need to know that it can be done so that I can help instill that confidence in you. And I also don't want to be a hypocrite. I would never ask you to do something I wouldn't be willing to do myself. So I'll go first, you can borrow my confidence, and then we'll build yours as we go along. Number four, life takes unexpected turns sometimes, and we really need to find creative solutions in those times. And to be honest, when a tragedy hits, when something unexpected happens, when something kind of blasts us out of the blue, a death happens, or like I said, a job loss, or something massive happens, that's the time when we need to be most creative, and it's the time when we are the least creative. Our frontal lobes just go offline, and we have a hard time thinking through things. I don't know if you've been through anything either that you can think of recently or that you've been through in the past where you have felt like, my gosh, I know I can cope better than this. I know I've got ideas and strategies. I know I can think through this. Why can't I figure this out? Well, we're all like that. Under times of crisis and stress, we need somebody to come alongside of us who can help us think outside the box and think creatively to get us those solutions to the problems that are facing us. Number five is I like to help you kind of match you to resources and strategies that tailor fit who you are. I don't have a one-size-fits-all program. It's not like sign up for Kimberly's boot camp and your life will be better in 30 days. That's not how I work. I want to get to know you, and I want it to get to know what makes you tick, where your heart is, and what lights you up, what goals you have in life, and what things make you learn better, how you learn best, how you thrive in different kinds of environments. So we'll work together as I learn about you to tailor make a program and find you resources and things that will really fit who you are, not just who Joe Blow is, right? That's not helpful. Number 6, I think it's really critical as we're taking on life coaching to look at our faith. Now, I'm a Christian, and so I coach from a Christian perspective. And I think it's really important that as you're looking at life coaching, that you find someone who fits the faith either you have or the faith that you're interested in growing. So if you work with me, I'll be working from a Christian perspective. Does that mean I'm going to be shoving Bible verses and Jesus down your throat? No. But I do believe that we can be more successful in life, that we can find our God-given purpose, that we can find our talents, that we can uncover those things if we really are exploring our faith and digging into that as much as possible. So I will always encourage you in your faith walk if you work with me. Number 7, I want you to live the goals that you've set for yourself. It's not my job to set a goal like, gosh, I think you should be able to run a 5K in the next 3 months. But you've never wanted to run a 5K? Like, what business is it of mine to tell you to be a runner? No, I know that you're seeking these questions that I'm answering right now because there's something inside of you that's been left unmet. There's a need, there's a goal, there's a desire, there's something in you that feels unfulfilled and unmet. It's our job together, you and I, to uncover that and to get those goals that you want achieved. We find our way to those finish lines. If it is running, great. If it's not running, we'll find the other finish line. But we're going to get there together, and we're going to find the goals that have always been kind of percolating in the back of your mind that maybe have been put on hold or have maybe felt like as time goes on, they feel kind of impossible at this point. I don't believe that's true. I have a friend who says you're never too old and it's never too late. And I believe that with all my heart. I think it's important also, number 8, is that we do life together. In our culture, another problem with social media is that we can have this feeling of connection, but it's not real human to human contact. We see pictures and we see words and we see images and quotes, and we start to put pieces together about who our friends are and who our acquaintances are and who we can trust and how we're communicating, but yet we're not often in a lifetime conversation with someone. And I think it's really important as you're facing some big, scary goals of your own that we do this face to face. Now, I'll talk about how that works, especially if you don't live where I live, but I think it's important that we connect human to human, and that's a really valuable part of life coaching. On that same note, I will encourage you and help you find different ways that you can be encouraged and supported in your life with people, with groups, with people who have like-minded interests. Maybe encourage you to find a friendship or start a friendship or go to some kind of group you've never tried before, just so that you can have that human connection. It's a dying art, and it's not just an art, it's a need. And so I will be encouraging you to continue to make those human connections and build those resources in your life. Number 9, I hear a lot of coaches claim that they will help you find happiness. Problem is, I think our culture kind of obsesses and makes a little G God out of finding happiness. I prefer to reframe that kind of treasure hunt in looking for joy and contentment. Happiness often comes as a result of external circumstances. Something great happens to us. We run into somebody gives us a compliment. Something happens at work. We get a promotion. A nice card shows up in the mail, and it makes us happy. And those are great moments. But the problem is we can't control things that are outside of us, that are outside of our locus of control. So where I like to reframe happiness is I like to search for joy and contentment, and I like to help lead you on that journey, because we can access joy and contentment at any point in our lives. It doesn't take anybody else or any outside circumstances or people for us to find joy and contentment. And that is where we find true peace. And through that, happiness comes as a result, right? So let's, instead of being on this kind of elusive journey of finding happiness, let's work together to figure out what joy and contentment means to you, and we'll cultivate that one together. And number 10, like I promised, I will tell you how you're gonna do this all from the comfort of your own home. Unlike traditional counseling, life coaching is different in that we do this over the internet. We do this over Skype right here in Cyberland. And you might think, but hey, you were just talking about real life human connections. That's still cyber connections. But it's live video. We do it over Skype. We actually meet. We set up a time. We meet together face to face. We talk. We're not just communicating through images and sound bites. We're not just communicating through a series of emails back and forth. We're communicating in live time. I've had a coach for years, and I honestly can tell you that it feels like I know her in person, but she lives clear across the other side of the country, like literally could not live farther from me and still be in the same country. So I can guarantee you that you can get human connection. We can get it through technology. But what's important is this component of lifetime and getting to know each other and doing that personally. If any of this sounds intriguing to you, I offer free 30-minute consultations to kind of get you started on your journey. And if you want to do that, all you need to do is email me at KimberlyAnnStudio@gmail.com. And that's Kimberly with an I and Ann with no E. And just get a hold of me that way, and we can set up a time and we'll meet and we'll see if coaching might be a great fit for you. And if you have any other questions, you can email me those too. I'm excited to get to know you and help you start your journey. Thanks for listening, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.